Hello guys and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? Apologies, I'm a moment or two late with starting the game. The game has already started and City have scored already, guys. Right from the kickoff. Gundogan with a rocket of a shot and it's straight into the top corner of the net. So City already with the lead and we're only moments into the game. So if you just join us, guys, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. Want to hear from you. I will read out your comments as and when I get the chance throughout the game. So I'm going to... So 13 seconds into the game, guys, and City take the lead. Gundogan scoring the goal. Literally from the kickoff, guys. So we are back underway now with City spraying the ball across the field from that far side out to this near side as they pass it back to the goalkeeper. And just to let you guys to see who's we got in the chat. Joel Murdoch. He's saying hi. How's it going? Joel, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. And United just winning the ball back now in the centre of the park as they try to play it forward. But City quickly are challenging for the ball, winning it back and knocking it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it long out to that far side as City just managed to keep it in under pressure from United. And now City with a possession on the far side as they just play it back to the halfway line. So welcome to the show, Joel Murdoch. Great to have you with us, mate. And thank you very much for dropping in. Let us know if you've got a score prediction, mate. Billy's with us. How's it going, Billy? Billy saying afternoon. City have scored already. I know, mate. I know. Welcome to the show, Billy. Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. Hope you've had a good week. So we got a foul on this near side on De Bruyne as he just gets back to his feet. So I would say this free kick opportunity is he's on this near side, about a yard from the edge of the pitch, about midway, just short of midway inside United's half of the field. So not really opportunity for a shot. Cross comes in. Oh, and it's headed towards goal. And not a bad effort there from City as it just gone wide of this near side post. But that was a good effort, not far off target. Couldn't see the direct angle, but I'm going to see it better now from the replay. It wasn't that far wide of the post, of this near side post, quite close. So United back underway as De Gea kicks the ball long up the field. And now the referee's blown for a stoppage. I'm not sure exactly what he's blown for here. So we'll wait for a moment, guys. We'll see what the stoppage is for. We're back underway. It's not really... I think it was just a coming together of players. But we're back underway now with City in possession as they're just knocking it about on the halfway line at the minute. Now trying to play it down that far side as the strong challenge comes in from United. But City still in possession as they work the ball forward. And now out to this near side as De Bruyne plays it in through behind and now pass back to De Bruyne as he crosses it into the box, but it's headed away by United. City picking it up again midway inside United's half as they knock it back to the halfway line. And now City coming again as they work the ball down that far side this time. Forced to come back, but they've got United very much boxed in at the minute as City now come again with a shot from just on the edge of the box, but it's a poor shot from Grealish and goes wide of that far side post. So welcome to the show, Billy. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, good to have you with us. And yeah, let us know, Billy, what your thoughts are for a score prediction. Stevie's saying hi, Gaz and all. How's it going, Stevie? Always a pleasure and always grateful to you making yourself available for the stream, mate. Thanks for that, Stevie. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you've had a good week. Cola Squadron, he's got some emojis there. I'm not sure what that's meant to mean, but welcome to the show and welcome to Football Fan Den UK, Cola Squadron. Great to have you with us, mate. Spare me a second, guys. I have forgot to put on the team stats. So just give me a second. I forgot to put that up. My bad, guys. There we go. There you go. You guys can see the team news now. So United now with the possession on the far side of the pitch. They knock it back to De Gea. De Gea knocks it up the field and it goes straight to the City goalkeeper. Theo Palmer is saying, hello, mate. Hello, mate. So you probably know me from Instagram. Was wondering if you wanted an interview on my series on Instagram. All depends what it's about, mate. All depends what it's about. I'm scaling back my activity at the moment on Instagram. It's not worth the time that I've spent on it, to be fair, mate. So I still go on Instagram, but just not as active as I was. It's not worth the time that I've spent on it, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. You'd have to tell me more details, mate. You'd have to tell me more details about it. But welcome to the show. Great to have you with us. Welcome. And let us know your thoughts on this game. United just in possession at the minute on the edge of the box. But yeah, Theo, I would have to know more details about it, mate. So United now with the possession midway inside the City half as they knock the ball out to that far side of the pitch. Under pressure from City, but United still with the possession as they chip the ball forward and it's knocked out of play. So the referee's given that as a foul, guys. So it'll be a free kick to City inside their own box. Although I don't know how the referee can give that as a foul because both players equally challenged for the ball in the air. I don't see how there was a foul with that. I really don't. But these referees seem to be seeing fouls where there is none at the moment, as we've witnessed in the last few weeks of the season. So City now playing out from the back as they work the ball down that far side and now coming towards the halfway line as United try to challenge for the ball but don't fail to win it. And City pass it back to their defensive line. City content at the moment as they've already got that early goal. And now they play it down the middle as they come forward now and work the ball out to this near side as Bernardo Silva chips the ball across the field looking for his teammate on the opposite side. United tried to cut it out, but only managed to knock it into the path of another City player as City knock it all the way back to the halfway line. And now a long ball out to this near side looking for De Bruyne, but a bit too much pace on that ball and De Bruyne unable to keep that ball in play. Joe Marsh is saying, I'm the first minute he's scored. Oh, I think that's going to be in the first minute he scored. Is that right, Joel? I'm presuming you meant to say in it is in the first minute of. Maybe that spell check's caught you out there, mate. It does it to me all the time. But thank you very much for that, Joe Marsh. And City now with a possession in the midway inside their own half at the moment, as they're just content to keep possession at the moment. The football channel with Riley Taylor is saying 5 minutes in, City scored within 15 seconds after the first whistle. I know, mate. Yes, they did. With literally from the start of the game, they just literally run forward and bang the ball in the back of the net. So, yeah. But that's cup finals for you guys. Anything can happen in a cup final. City just knocking it about at the moment, just inside their own half, close to the halfway line. No urgency to move forward at the moment from City, as United just chasing shadows, but win a foul on that far side. As there's a bit of a coming together. I think they've won a foul on that far side, but it could go to either United or City. So that's actually a foul on the City player. You can see that the United player there stood on his foot. I think it was Casemiro involved in that challenge. And he stood on the City player's foot, but theatrically flown himself to the ground as if he'd been the one that had got fouled. So, yeah. So, thanks for that, Riley, and welcome to the show, mate. Good to have you with us. Let us know if you've got a score prediction. But thanks for that. Just stoppage in play at the moment, guys, as we're waiting for this free kick. It has gone United way, so they've conned the referee there. So free kick to United. Billy saying, I think this will be 3-1 to Man City. Okay, Billy, thanks for the score prediction of the day, mate. Thanks for that, top man. Could be right, mate, with it City having an early lead already as well. You could be right, but then again, it's a cup final, isn't it, mate? We never know what's going to happen in a cup final. United knocking the ball down down the far side of the pitch as Wan-Bissaka tries to keep that ball in, but it's marshalled by the City defender who keeps himself between the ball and the United player there to see the ball go out behind for a goal kick. Billy is saying, I think I'm going to watch the game myself. Enjoy the game. See you all later. Okay, Billy, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for dropping in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Billy also saying, sorry for not staying long. No worries, Billy. I appreciate you dropping in, mate. Always appreciate you coming and getting involved. But yeah, no worries. Totally understand that sometimes you guys just want to sit and put your feet up and watch it. So thanks for that, Billy, mate. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. United now winning back the ball just inside their own half of the field. As they now try to play it back into the middle of the park from this near side, but forced to pass it all the way back to De Gea because of City pressing the ball. Now De Gea with a ball, long ball forward as Rashford picks it up and plays in Martial on that far side. I think it's Martial on the far side as United now working the ball to the edge of the box, but challenged by City as City managed to win it back, but still under pressure from United on that far side as strong challenge goes in and the ball is knocked out of play. So City with a throw-in on the far side of the pitch, but just heating up a bit at the moment, guys, as one or two tasty challenges going in. Theo Palmer is saying it's basically where I interview you on your club or about your project. Right, well, obviously I'm in the middle of a game, mate, right now, so it's a bit difficult to talk about it right now. So I'd have to speak to you on social media, mate. If you're interested in me doing an interview, I don't understand why you haven't contacted me on social media, mate. I'm confused with that. Why would you come on the channel and ask me to do that when you haven't even asked me on social media? That's a bit strange if you ask me, mate. And I can't say I've noticed. What are you, a different account name on Instagram, Theo Palmer? Because I can't say I'm familiar with your name. Oh, strong challenge on Haaland in the centre of the park. Fred there getting a little bit of a verbal caution off the referee. But thanks for that, Theo Palmer. As I say, mate, I'd have to talk to you about it when I'm not streaming in the middle of a game. City now knocking the ball across the field out to this near side. Oh, and it's ball into the box as Haaland just getting a toe to that, but unable to direct it past the goalkeeper as it ends up being a really tame shot and going straight into De Gea's possession. City now with the ball on that far side as United challenge for it, and now Wan-Bissaka comes away with it as United tried to play it up that far side of the pitch and coming towards the edge of the City box, but City defender just manages to get himself in front of ball between himself, the ball, and the United attacking player there. As City now tried to play out from the back, working the ball up towards the halfway line as they come forward now, but challenged by United on the halfway line, and now the referee has blown for a foul. Stevie saying, please hit the like button and follow. Nice one, Stevie. Yeah, don't forget, guys, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new. So United there with a free kick just inside their own half on the halfway line as they play it back to their defensive line now. And all the way back to De Gea in goal. As City push players up the field. And now De Gea with a long ball right up into the City half of the field. Nobody there, goes straight to the City goalkeeper. Joey, how's it going, mate? Joey saying hi, guys. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us as always. I hope you're having a good weekend, mate. Hope you've had a good week as well. Always a pleasure to see you, Joey. Welcome to the show, mate. Joey also saying, loved your short, mate. Same. Some interesting stats. Thank you very much, Joey. Yeah, I've been doing that. I put that together throughout the week after work, to be honest. But thank you very much, Joey. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, like I say, it took a bit of research to do some of the stats on the to get the accurate stats for the amount of games that were played. Took actually quite a bit of research figuring out, because there's loads of stats companies offering you stats like that, but it's actually getting the ones that are telling you the truth and accurate. But thank you very much, Joey. Really nice of you to say, mate, and appreciate you watching it. Thank you, top man. Yeah, you won't, and only 40 seconds that short was, but you won't believe how much hours of time after going to making a short like that just for 40 seconds. But yeah, nice one, Joey. Always appreciate it. It's nice to know when you guys let me know that you've watched the shorts that I make when I get the chance to make them. So we've got another foul in the centre of the pitch. So since that goal, guys, this game's been a bit flat, hasn't it? We're just over 19 and a half minutes in so far, guys. Still 1-0 to City. City now knock the ball out to that far side, and there's nobody there as De Gea just manages to stop it going out of play. So De Gea now. What's with the slowness? Come on. Just get playing. De Gea still in possession as he's slow to play the ball out from the back, and eventually does, knocking it into the centre of the park up towards the halfway line, but City had it back in the direction it came, and Haaland there. Haaland played in front of goal as he manages to get a shot off, and it's just high and over the bar. But yeah, that was actually quite an awkward angle there for Haaland getting the shot off, surrounded by defenders. But still managed to get the shot off. But like I say, high and over the bar, although not that high over the bar. It weren't like he was miles off. So United now playing out from the back as they work the ball out to that far side. Cagey game this so far, guys. United now working the ball down that near side as they're challenged by City. So United with a really cautious approach at the minute as they're just showing a bit of quite, well, I would say a considerable amount of respect to Manchester City at the moment. But United coming now as they work the ball forward into the City's half of the pitch down that far side. But it's quickly cut out by City as they pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And now the goalkeeper knocks it up to the halfway line. De Bruyne picks it up. Now De Bruyne coming racing down the centre of the pitch as he comes towards the edge of the United box. But United defenders surround him and eventually manage to steal the ball back as they work the ball now up the other end of the field. And Rashford in a foot race down that far side of the pitch. And City winning a free kick there as the referee deems that a foul on the City player. So, in fact, I think he classed that as going out of play. So, free kick to the goal with the goalkeeper. City now take it quickly as they build again from the back. Working the ball up towards the halfway line. As it's Walker in possession at the moment for City. And City showing that same cautious approach as they're slow to build, but that could be because they have that early lead. So maybe more of a relaxed approach as they know they've got the lead. So now it's just for their opportunity, they can just wait to pick off United, as we know City can do. United, though, winning possession back on that far side as they now play it into the middle and out to this near side to Luke Shaw. As Luke Shaw now brings it forward to the edge of the box as United now just knocking it about between a few players on the edge of the City box as it's played out to that far side by Ericsson. And now a cross into the box and it's headed on, but well wide of this near side post, and that will relieve the pressure for City. So 24 minutes gone, guys. Still City 1, United 0. Also, don't forget, guys, the second cup final today as well in the Scottish Cup with Celtic playing Inverness Thistle. Big task for Inverness. Obviously, you guys will know Celtic well. Celtic, a Scottish Premiership team, but you might not know Inverness as well. They are a Scottish Championship team that have had an absolutely fantastic season, achieved great success by reaching the Scottish Cup final. And they have actually beaten Celtic in a previous season. I think it was somewhere back in 2000. Don't quote me on the year, but I think it was around 2000, somewhere between 2010, somewhere around that time. Maybe a couple of years either way, I can't remember now. But Inverness did actually have a victory against Celtic, so I believe, in a semi-final game. So it's not impossible for Inverness, but very much an uphill battle for them to try and get a result against Celtic in that final this afternoon. But I'm sure they're going to have a right go and believe in themselves. And as we know, guys, in a cup final, it doesn't really matter. You can guess and you can normally predict who wins, but normally that doesn't always mean you're going to be right. Anything can happen in a one-off game. But even looking at it on paper, guys, looks like an impossible task for Inverness. But we wish them the best of luck. So, oh, that's not good. Just seeing a picture now of Ferguson, Alex Ferguson, obviously legendary manager of United, but he's sitting in bad company, guys, sitting right next to the Glazer, one of the Glazers. Maybe the Glazers are sitting next to Fergie for their own safety. What do you reckon, guys? City now coming forward down that far side as the ball and knocked out of play. So throwing to City on the far side of the pitch, right in front of the dugouts. As they take it quickly now and knock it into the centre of the park as De Bruyne picks it up now and works it out to this near side as City just playing it back to their defensive line with Stones in possession. So that early goal has really killed it at the moment as an end-to-end contest, hasn't it, guys? Made it more of a cautious approach. City now working the ball down that far side. Immediately under pressure from United. United just chasing shadows at the moment, guys, as City work the ball out to this near side and Walker picks it up at the back. Now City coming forward. Ball knocked out to De Bruyne on this near side as now De Bruyne with a shot from distance and it's just wide of this near side post. De Gea did go the right way, but as you guys know, when you get shots like that from De Bruyne, it can go in anywhere. But yeah, just wide of the near side post there from De Bruyne. But City, the only team so far showing intent on goal. As I don't think we've had a shot from United yet. Oh, yeah, sorry, we had one earlier on, didn't we? United now with the ball down the other end of the field as they come towards the edge of the box with Rashford in possession as he plays it out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka coming up in support. Rashford now again takes possession as they now play it into the centre of the park, but now lose it as Jack Grealish picks it up. And now Jack Grealish coming charging down the middle for City as he passes it forward, but it's picked off by United. United now coming again as they work the ball forward and out to this near side, but come back again into the middle as United just being booed by the City fans. And now United chipping it forward as City challenge for the ball. Sorry, guys, just noticed my window's open. We don't want to have any background noise disturbing us. So City now with the possession at the back, just on the edge of their own box. Oh, we've got a VAR check going on here, guys. Right, so this was for an earlier incident in the box. Right, so yeah, it's for an earlier incident in the box where a cross was come in and United challenged for the ball. Jack Grealish challenging for it as well. And as Wan-Bissaka's headed it, it's headed off Wan-Bissaka's head and in off the hand of Jack Grealish, who I've got to be honest in his favour, he didn't know nothing about it. He didn't know nothing about it. He's just put his hands up. He knew nothing about it. There's no way he could have known anything about that. It's just literally ricocheted off Wan-Bissaka's head. And Jack Grealish, using his arms for leverage, has got his hand in the way, and the ball has just skimmed off the side of his hand, and that is deemed a handball. So it's going to be a penalty for United. Lifeline here for United in this one. I think that's a harsh decision, really, guys, because it's not deliberate and intentional. Players are naturally going to use their arms to give them lift when they're jumping to try and head a ball. So it seems a little bit of a harsh decision with the rules of the game. But as we know, guys, in cup finals and throughout cup competitions, and if you're going to win these competitions, you do need an element of luck. So it looks like United have got a big dose of luck in this one. Jack Grealish, though, has every right to feel aggrieved with that, to be honest, because I'm frustrated with the handball, guys, because it's being played to the letter of the law, and there's a difference between deliberate and handball, which is what handball used to be for, and unintentional handball. So Bruno Fernandes to take it as he shoots and scores into this near side of the net, and that gets United back level in the game. So City 1, United 1. So Bruno Fernandes with the goal for United. But yeah, it's a harsh one, guys. It's definitely a harsh one, that. Definitely. No question about it. Wan-Bissaka himself has got his arms all over the place. And Joey is saying, defo, a bit of luck for United. Yep, you're absolutely spot on there, Joey. Well said, mate. Yep, definitely. United with some luck. But as I say, guys, you all know it when our clubs have been involved in cup finals. Whenever you're going to win any kind of tournament, sometimes you need a little bit of luck along the way. Even Manchester City sometimes need a bit of luck along the way. If they haven't learnt that yet, then they'll never win a Champions League trophy if they don't realise that. Most games I've watched in the Champions League, when it comes to somebody winning it, you're guaranteed throughout the competition, at some point they have a little bit of luck. You only have to look at Real Madrid. They have had loads of luck in winning Champions League titles. As City now coming forward with Jack Grealish on that far side, as it's chipped into the box and headed on, and now City with a bit of a wild shot inside the box, and it goes high and over the bar, and that will relieve the pressure for Man United. So 34 and a half minutes gone, guys. City 1, United 1. United fans letting flares off in the stadium. Now long ball down the far side from the goalkeeper, as it's out on that far side and goes out of play midway inside the City half of the field. And now City with the possession as they chip the ball forward up towards the halfway line, but it's cut out by Wan-Bissaka as he knocks it back towards the City goal. But City intercept it, passing it, knocking it all the way back to the halfway line as United intercept it, knocking it out to this near side, but unable to keep it in play. And it goes out for a throw into City, close to the halfway line, but just inside the United half of the field on this near side. So City now with the throw-in as they pass it back to their defenders. Now Diaz bringing it forward slowly. Come on, City, spark into life. And now Walker with the possession as he tries to play it forward to De Bruyne. De Bruyne now coming out from this near side into the centre of the park as he passes it out to that far side. And strong challenge comes in on Jack Grealish from Wan-Bissaka as the ball again knocked out of play on the far side. Joey saying, you reckon United fans will start their Glazers out campaign against again if they lose this? I don't know, mate. I don't know, to be honest. Sorry, United just living dangerously there as City come forward. Sorry, Joey, I'll answer that in a sec, mate. City now with the ball on this near side as they play it forward, and now I think it's John Stones there trying to cross the ball into the box, but it's knocked out by Lindelof and goes out for a corner on this near side to City. So, yeah, sorry, Joey, I'll come to your question in a minute, mate. Just wait for a moment or get a bit of a second where I can answer it properly. So, yeah, corner for City on this near side. De Bruyne coming out to take it. As he takes it short. And now it's passed back to him and crossed into the box as United managed to head it away, but only out to this near side and now clear the ball up to the halfway line as City pick up the possession again. And now City just knocking it about just inside their own half as they managed to keep United boxed into their own half at the moment. And now City spraying it out to that far side as they come forward now into space. And now a cross into the box looking for Haaland, but United challenge for it and win it as they clear their lines. But City again winning the ball back further up the pitch as they now keep United boxed into their own half, keeping the pressure on, keeping the intensity, looking for mistakes in that United formation as it's now switched out to that far side for Grealish. Grealish now coming towards the edge of the box as he cuts it back for Gundogan. Gundogan passes it back to Grealish and now Stones into the box as it's cut back and United challenging for the ball, claims for a foul in the box as City managed to regain possession. Referee waving the claims away. And now another ball chipped forward looking for De Bruyne, but this time it's cut out by United as Wan-Bissaka on this near side trying to get United out of trouble as they try to play it out from this near side under pressure from City, and now do manage to play it up the field but immediately lose it as City regain possession. United just can't get out of their own half of the field at the moment. Strong challenge in the centre of the park. We've got a United player down on the pitch, 2 United players down on the pitch, and now the referee does blow a whistle for the foul. Joey saying, sorry, Joey. Do I reckon that United fans will start their Glazers out campaign? To be fair, Joe, I think United fans are a joke with that Glazers out campaign. You either want them out or you don't want them out. You don't restart the campaign every time you lose a game. You don't only protest when you lose a game. That is why United fans will never get rid of the Glazers in the way they want. It will only get rid of the Glazers when the Glazers are ready to sell, because United fans... they don't show unity to come together and stick together, and they don't show consistency to stay putting the pressure on the Glazers. They only put the pressure on when they lose a few games. As soon as they start winning a few games, they stop complaining, they stop protesting. All right, there might be the odd banner still scattered around Old Trafford, but it's not intense. It's not intense pressure to get them out. So, yeah, for me, United fans just so inconsistent with the Glazers. The only way you're going to get the Glazers out, if you ask me, is keep up the protest and stop spending money at the club. Just stop. Only spend money on match day tickets. If you seriously want an owner out, you have to stop spending money on things like club shirts, beer, sandwiches, anything that's sold in the ground, anything that's sold in the club shop. Just stop spending money on it. Only spend money on supporting the team. That is the only way you're going to get a rich owner out of the club. Start hitting them in the pocket. It's the reality of it. But unfortunately, we live in an era where everybody wants the latest shirt with the latest player on it. And that is why, unfortunately, a lot of football fans don't come together strong enough to get rich owners out of their club. You have to be just as stubborn as them. If they're going to be stubborn and keep the keys to your football club, then you just have to be equally as stubborn and not spend money in the club shop, in the club stadium, other than money to support the team. That's the only exception. Money for tickets to support the team. Always support the team. Let the players know you're right behind them. But as far as buying stuff at the club, you've got to stop. See, that's the best way to put pressure on rich owners, because the only way you're going to send the message is hit them in the pocket, hit them financially where it hurts, where it matters to them. If 10,000 fans stop buying club shirts, stop buying beer in the stadium, you're not telling me that's not going to have a knock-on effect to the balance of payment coming within the club that is going to affect how much money that owner can take out of the club. Simple as. It's logic. Absolute logic. But yeah, United fans don't stick to it. Every time they win a game, they stop protesting consistently. So I don't know if that answers your question, Joey, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they start protesting if they lost this. So 43 minutes just coming up to, guys. And we got questions for a foul. Bernardo Silva on Luke Shaw claims for a foul. Although I don't think there were an awful lot in it, to be honest. So free kick for United. Joey's saying, I know, mate, they go silent when they win. Then when they lose, it's Glazers out, laugh out. It is, Joey, you're right, mate. As unfortunate as it is exactly right. You're spot on, Joey. It's crazy, isn't it? Because I actually support United fans with wanting the Glazers out. I think they're right to want the Glazers out, but they've got to stay consistent. You've got to stay consistent. Simple as. And that's why the Glazers will only sell the club when they're good and ready. Yes, they're feeling the pressure from the fans, but they're not being hit in the financial pocket where it's going to matter most to them. These are rich American businessmen. They don't care about English football. They've shown that. All they care about is creaming it off. They've shown that. So how are you going to affect somebody that's interested in creaming it off when the club keeps making them money to cream off? The only way you're going to hit them is in the financial pocket. But unfortunately, United fans are the kind of fan bases, as soon as they sign Ronaldo, they go out and buy a record amount of football shirts and pile a load more profit into the pockets of the Glazers. It's madness, isn't it? You can't write it. You can't write it. That would have been the best way to protest the Glazers out, not buy Ronaldo shirts when they bought Ronaldo, because that was the only reason that the Glazers bought Ronaldo, because somebody told them, if you buy Ronaldo, we'll sell X amount of shirts. And the Glazers, seeing the pound signs, thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's milk some more money out of these fools that want us out. That's what they thought. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's the reality of it. 4 minutes added on time, guys. Sorry, there's not much to report at the minute. This game is so cagey in this first half. City now trying to play the ball forward out to this near side, but just passing it back to the halfway line again, as they're only probing that United formation at the moment. Looks like both teams are content to play it out till half time. And Let's just hope we've not got another game of extra time on our hands. City now work the ball forward. De Bruyne in possession as he tries to chip the ball into the box, but it's cut out by United. And now United coming forward down the centre of the park, but quickly challenged by City. And United win a free kick just inside their own half on the edge of the centre circle. So United have definitely nicked a yard or two there. That foul happened outside that centre circle, and United have took it inside the centre circle. United now ball forward towards the edge of the City box. City challenging for it and winning it back. That's really poor from United to win it so lose it so easily on the edge of the City box. So United winning a free kick. Throwing on this near side. Luke Shaw to take it quickly as he passes it to Fred. Fred trying to get in behind that City defence, but City winning it back. But United now win it on City, desperate there to clear their lines and knock it out to that far side. A little bit of panic in the defence for Manchester City. And now United with the possession as they play it all the way back to the goalkeeper, De Gea. De Gea now with a long ball forward up into the City half of the field. City intercept it on that far side as they knock it up towards the halfway line, and now challenged by United as the ball gone out of play on that far side, but the referee awarding a free kick. So City now with a free kick as they play it into the centre of the park. De Bruyne in possession now as he chips it forward. And it wasn't De Bruyne. City now out to this near side. So just keeping United boxed into their own half again. Now City with a ball out to that far side, but strong challenge comes in on Jack Grealish from Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka has got himself booked. Stupid challenge that as Jack Grealish. Oh, there's not even no contact there. This is the part of Jack Grealish's game that I don't like. There is absolutely no contact, but Jack Grealish has conned the referee going over for a foul and got Wan-Bissaka booked. But that is the purpose of what he does. The ugly side of football, that, guys, that is one thing I don't like about Jack Grealish. Yes, we know he can win fouls, but that's clear evidence that that he dives. That is clear evidence that he dives, because if you see that in a replay, there is literally, if there is the contact, it's literally the most minimalist contact you would ever see in a challenge, because as it's played slowly, you can see that Wan-Bissaka comes sliding in with his trailing leg. And yes, his trailing leg does slightly make contact with Jack Grealish, but it makes contact with Jack Grealish as he's lifting his right leg. Jack Grealish is actually lifting the leg. You see him lift the foot of the foot that he's actually makes contact with him. So he's actually lifting it, because you see him lift it just as Wan-Bissaka slides in. And then, surprise, surprise, Jack Grealish throws himself to the floor. So, that is evidence that he's a clear diver, because he wasn't putting any weight on that foot. It wasn't his standing foot. His standing foot was the opposite leg that Wan-Bissaka made absolutely no contact with. But yet Jack Grealish still went over. So, yeah, there you go, guys. So half-time whistle goes. And at the half-time break, it's currently City 1, United 1. So let's see what the match stats are saying so far in this one, guys. Please feel free to drop your comments in, guys. Would love to hear from you. So just bear with me a second, guys. Just bringing up the details so you guys can have match stats for this one. If it loads it up, there we go. There we go, guys. So match stats as a half-time break. Let's just get rid of that so you guys can see the match stats. So as you can see, guys, there's the match stats on the screen. Should be able to see it now. There you go. So as you can see, guys, shots so far, 6 to City, 5 to United. Shots on target, 2 to City, 1 to United. Although I'm sure that there's been a couple more shots than that stat is giving credit for as far as City's concerned. Possession, 61% for City, 39% for United. Passes, 270 for City, 173 for United. Pass accuracy, 89% for City, 79% for United. Fouls committed 6 apiece, both teams committing 6 fouls apiece. Yellow card 1 for United, which would be the one on Wan-Bissaka. Offsides, none, only 2, none for City, 2 for United, and a corner apiece. So there you go, guys. I think that's a fair, accurate assessment of how the game's gone, to be honest. Very much a cagey affair. Not a lot of attempts on goal. There's been a few, but considering the quality of the players in these two teams, you would have expected to see more opportunities on goal. I don't know whether the afternoon heat, it is summer now, guys. We're getting the warm weather. So I don't know if that's affecting the players. But considering a high percentage of these players are players from Europe and around the world, they should be quite used to playing in hot weather. So that shouldn't really be a factor. But yeah, as I say, guys, it's been a cagey first half. We want to see more quality in front of goal, more opportunities, more attempts on goal. It's been really disappointing so far in this first half for goal mouth action. So they're just showing the alternative of another early goal. 25 seconds was the record, I think, and that was by Everton scoring. That was the previous record. I can't remember what year he just said there, but yeah. Yeah, see, they're disputing now the handball from Jack Grealish. It was a harsh decision for the handball. I've got to be honest, and believe me, guys, I have no wish to see City win the treble, but that definitely was a harsh decision, unfair. They're reading like I say, guys, the micromanaging. I've said this a few times before on the channel. It seems like the FA and the Premier League are micromanaging the rules of the game. They're really micromanaging because it's supposed to be the way the rules are supposed to, or as I interpret them, it's supposed to be clear and obvious. It's supposed to be clear and obvious handball. Or the other way to word it is if your arms are in an unnatural position. But if you're jumping for the ball then surely your hands are classed as being in a natural position if you're jumping for the ball, because you're going to use your arms to give you leverage to jump for the ball. So that is natural. That is natural as a human being, that if we jump, we use our arms to try and give us more leverage. So that is a natural thing that every human being on the planet would do. So therefore, how can you say that your arms are in an unnatural position if your arms are in the air? If you're in the air jumping, they're not in an unnatural position. They're actually in a natural position because you naturally use your arms to give you lift when you jump. So it's a foolish statement to say that your arms are in an unnatural position, as far as I'm concerned, guys, because, like I say, if you're jumping, every human being on the planet would naturally use their arms to jump. So therefore, your arms are in a natural position as you go to jump. But yet the letter of the law is in football that if your arms are in an unnatural position, then it's a handball. But your arms are they're not in an unnatural position if you're jumping, because you're naturally going to use your arms to give you leverage. So therefore, it's not unnatural, is it? Absolute madness. The rules of the game, guys. Absolute madness. Like I say, this is evidence of the FA taking the rules of the letters of the law to the extreme, micromanaging it. Joey's saying the rules are getting a joke. Well said, Joey. Yep, got to agree with you, mate. It's not the rules, though, is it, Joey? It's the fact that in the FA that, they've sold all common sense shares. They've sold them to the American stock market, so there's no shares of common sense in the FA. So we're doomed, mate. We're doomed. We're absolutely doomed. We've got an FA run by people that have sold off common sense. So, unfortunately, that means that we have these stupid micromanaged rules where there's no common sense to recognize, no, actually, the human body is natural, that you're going to jump. And when you jump, that you lift your arms to jump to give you leverage. So therefore, your arms are in a natural position. That is common sense. But unfortunately, the FA don't have common sense. Like I say, they've sold it off. They probably sold it to, I don't know, pay a percentage of Wembley off or something like that. I don't know, guys. If we don't take the mick out of it as a joke, then I'll end up crying, because the FA are an absolute joke with these rules. They really are. They're shaming our country with their interpretation of the rules. Because let's be honest, guys, we gave the game to the world. I'm not saying that in arrogance. I'm saying that because we did, which is something as a football nation that England and Scotland contributed to giving the world the football to the world. So therefore, as a national pride, are we not allowed to expect that as the nation that gave the world to football to the world, that we should have pride in the fact that we want to see the game refereed to a proper professional standard with common sense being used, because we are the country that gave the world football. So we should know the rules of football, considering we're the country, us and Scotland combined and Wales, gave football to the rest of the world. So we should expect that we should know the rules of the game. Do you know what I mean? It's madness. The FA embarrass us with bringing the rules of the game into disrepute, unfortunately. Joey's saying, just leave things alone. Why do they need to mess around with things all the time? Yeah, absolutely, Joey. I think you're right, mate. Like I said, I think it's this far. Since this VAR has been introduced, all this technology now that they're using in football, it's made it so much easier for the football authorities to micromanage the game to ridiculous levels, to the point where we're seeing, decisions like this where it's common sense. I don't want to stick up for City. I don't want to. I would love to see as many variety of clubs winning tournaments, so we have a variety of clubs winning trophies. But the reality is that we have the two clubs that are winning the trophies this season. United winning the League Cup, obviously City winning the Premier League, potentially going to win this and potentially could win Champions League. The reality is that irrespective of who you want to win or who don't want to win, that rule is being managed to the finest detail by the Football Association, because for me, guys, there is no way that was a handball, because the player He wasn't even looking. He knew. If you look at Jack Grealish's face when the ball hits the hand, he's looking the opposite way. He doesn't know nothing about it. He knows absolutely nothing about it. And yes, his arm's in the air, but why is it in the air? Because the natural human being uses your arms to jump to give you leverage. So it's madness, absolute madness. Joey is saying, buy back common sense with interest level. Yeah, I know, Joey. Yeah, as I say, mate, I think they've used it. They've sold it, haven't they, to pay off some more of Wembley. But yeah, you're right, Joey. Unfortunately, common sense is something that we don't seem to see the English FA use very often, which is really disappointing. Theo Palmer is saying, but hopefully this will turn out into being a good game, being away in the first half, but excited for the second half. Yeah, no worries, Theo Palmer. Welcome back, mate. Welcome back. Yeah, like you say, mate, let's hope the second half is good. The first half was really cagey, to be fair. I think that's the problem with cup finals, isn't it, guys? Both teams, neither team wanting to make a mistake. But I think, if anything, United will probably should be the more grateful of the two teams. I think it's City that looked the stronger of the two teams in that first half. They just didn't go for the throat, did they? They just did. They let once they got that early goal, they didn't go for it. They didn't really go ruthlessly all out to kill off United. And if they had, we might be seeing a different scoreline at half time. But yeah, thanks for that, Theo Palmer. Yeah, hopefully you're right, mate. Hopefully we're in for an absolutely awesome second half to the game. Joey's saying, who you support, Theo? Nice one, Joey. Theo saying, I am Man United side. I'm on Man United side with this one. Best mate supports United. Okay. So what club do you actually support then, Theo? Obviously, you get that you want United to win in this one, which is cool. But which club do you actually support, mate? Let us know if you can. Joey saying, all right, nice one, Joey. Top stuff, guys. So nice one, Joey. Theo Palmer saying, although my club is Sheffield United. Cool. Yeah, great club. Sheffield United just been promoted to the Premier League. So congratulations to your team, mate. Hopefully you guys will give a good account of yourselves in the Premier League next season. Wish you guys well with that, definitely. Great to see another Yorkshire club into the Premier League. I think it's only right we have some representation from Yorkshire in the Premier League. So I'm just going to switch that around. Team's just coming back out now, guys, so we should be back on the way in a moment. So yeah, both teams just coming out as United coming out first, City coming out slightly a little, I don't know, 30 seconds delay, a minute delay, something like that. That might not mean anything. It just could mean that Pep Guardiola had more to say at halftime, which wouldn't surprise us, would it, guys? As he's a bit of a tactical magician. Joey's saying, cool, Theo. Yeah, absolutely well said, Joey. Nice one, mate. Yeah, definitely. great to see Sheffield United into the Premier League. Theo Palmer saying, also, I have DM'd you on Insta about the interview. Okay, well, I'll check that out later on, mate, when I've got some time. Thanks for that, Theo. Yeah, I'll check it out later when I've got some time. So we're back underway now, guys, as United with the possession, as they knock it back to the goalkeeper. Getting out, knocking it up towards the City half of the field as it's challenged for by both teams. And Wan-Bissaka just managing to keep it in this near side. United now chipping the ball forward, looking for Fred as it's just bobbling about in the middle of the park there inside the City half. But United eventually work the ball out to this near side as they come now into the box. United with the opportunity to get a shot off, but couldn't under pressure from City defenders surrounding the United player there coming into the box. Jack Grealish now with the possession on this near side as City clear the ball up towards the halfway line as United intercept it and now knock it forward as the goalkeeper intercepts it for United. So back with the United goalkeeper. Theo saying going for a 16th place finish comfortably will secure survival with 2-3 games to get to go, but will bounce between the relegation zone during this season. Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think you should be more confident than that, though, mate. Definitely. I'm not saying you guys ain't going to be in the relegation zone. I'm sure you will be at some point during the season, with it being your first season in the Premier League. But the Premier League's ruthless, as I'm sure you know, Theo. You just got to get the points on the board as quickly as possible. The sooner you can get to that close to that 40 points mark, the sooner you secure your season. But yeah. Hopefully you guys have a good season. Like I say, I want to see at least one Yorkshire club keeping in the Premier League, as far as I'm concerned anyway. But thanks for that, Theo. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that thumbs up if you could. It doesn't cost you nothing. Would be appreciated. Helps the channel a little bit. And consider subscribing if you're new. City now with a possession as they knock it all the way back to their own half of the field. And almost a misplaced pass there as it almost went out of play. City now play it back to the goalkeeper as they're just under pressure from United at the back. But now City coming out with it with John Stones playing it forward. And now out to Walker on that far side as Walker comes racing into United half, playing the ball forward into the centre of the park. But it's cut out by United. And now United try to break as they try to play the ball up to the centre circle and but then lose possession. City win it back in the middle of the park. Now City with the opportunity to build again from the halfway line as they just knocking it forward to Gundogan now. Gundogan looking for Rodri as he finds him, and now out to that far side looking for Jack Grealish as it's played forward now. De Bruyne with a cross into the box looking for Haaland, and United just managed to do enough to intercept that as they clear the ball up the field on this near side. And now intercepted by City as City just knocking it about on the halfway line at the moment as they work the ball out to that far side. John Stones now with a possession for City as he's pushing further forward. Walker now in possession as City just happy to knock it about inside the United half at the moment as they've got United boxed in to their own half of the field. And City working it down that far side with De Bruyne before a challenge comes in from Fred, and that'll be a free kick for City on the far side of the pitch. Nothing intentional, I don't think, guys. More of just a clumsy challenge there from Fred. Stevie's saying, please hit that like button and follow. Nice one, Stevie. Yes, guys, please do hit that like button. I don't like to mention it too much. I just trust you guys will hit that like button so I don't have to bang on about it all the time like a lot of other YouTubers. With respect, I know why they do it, because it does help with the algorithm on YouTube, but I don't like to mention it all the time, guys. I like to try and talk to you guys about football rather than mentioning 100 times in a stream. So I only mention it a couple of times during the stream. So please do, guys, if you don't mind, please do hit that like button. City now with a possession. Oh, City have scored with Gundogan's shot from the edge of the box. Gundogan pinging that into the back of the net from the edge of the box. And what a shot that was. Why United give him that much space, I do not know. Cross came in and he's just hit it on the volley. Cross came in, bang, just straight on the volley. And United defenders actually caught standing like soldiers, ball watching, too much ball watching, not enough jostling to block the shot. But it's City that find the breakthrough. So City now with the lead 2-1, 51 minutes go, coming close to 52 minutes now, guys, as City take the lead 2-1. So United now with a possession as they work the ball down that far side as they come towards the edge of the City box, but City managing to box off the possession there, playing it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper chips it forward, but unable to clear the danger completely. But City eventually do manage to knock it up to the halfway line as it bounces out for a throw-in on that far side of the pitch. Joey saying, knew that was coming. Fair enough, Joey. Yeah. I can't say I disagree with you at all, actually, mate. I've got to agree with you. United doing not enough to get forward, if you ask me. But they are now coming forward with Wan-Bissaka on the edge of the box, but challenged by City as City tried to come away with it, relieving the pressure. But it's not eventually knocked out on this near side for a throw-in. So City with a throw-in about 12 yards from the corner flag as they play the ball across the back now from the throw-in out to that far side. Back to the goalkeeper. So City don't start slowing the game down now as they did in that first half. Now the ball kicked long up into the centre of the park as United pick it up now and try to play through the press as it's out to this near side to Wan-Bissaka, crossed into the box, headed away by City. And then City managed to clear it up towards the halfway line as United will pick it up, regain possession with De Gea at the back. So Fred coming for the ball as United knock it all the way forward, but it goes towards straight into the possession of the City defenders as they build again now, knocking the ball out to that far side. United just struggling to have any kind of possession at the minute or do anything with it when they do get any possession. City coming forward now with a ball down the middle, challenged by United. and eventually the ball going out on that far side. I'm not sure the referee's given here. I don't know whether he's given the throw-in or a foul. So I think it might be the foul that the referee's given. Yeah, it's a foul. So, yeah, it's the foul. So City with a free kick opportunity here from a really good position, guys. De Bruyne standing over it. It's central. I'd say midway, roughly about midway inside the United half of the field. Out to that far side. Probably about 25 yards from goal, maybe a bit further out, actually. Cross comes in from De Bruyne. And United pick up the pieces in the box, but try to clear it and then lose it. As De Bruyne picks it up and now crosses it into the box. And it's deflected behind, and that will be a corner for City on the far side of the pitch. Cross comes in from City. Headed away as City pick up the pieces further up the field, and now City with the possession out on that far side. City now with the possession, coming forward, but pressured by United as the ball's worked out to Grealish on this near side, but challenged by United as they win it back now, coming forward into the City half of the field, working it down this near side, but cut back into the middle, looking for Fernandes as he passes it out to Luke Shaw on that far side. And United, they just lost it on the edge of the box there as City win it back. Now City coming storming down the middle of the pitch with Gundogan in possession as United quickly try to get men back behind the ball. But ball knocked out to Jack Grealish on this near side as City content to just keep possession. Why they didn't just go for it there? They had United on the back foot. But City just happy to keep possession rather than get in behind. As the ball knocked out to Bernardo for Silva on that far side of the pitch. And now City just happy to keep possession. As they now cross the ball into the box. It's cut out by United. As City win it back with Haaland coming back to win it. And now City getting in behind with a cross into the box. And it's eventually ends up going out on that far side. But not looking good for United, guys. Really not looking good for United. They look a very nervous team. They look nervous. They look lacking in confidence. When they get in possession, they just don't look confident in their own ability to get forward and cause any kind of serious threat to United. I think, to be honest, guys, this game is going to go one way at the moment if City decide to turn it up. And there's a perfect example. United just had a one-back possession, played the ball forward towards the halfway line, played it out to that far side to nobody, and the ball goes out of play. But yeah, if United are not careful, they could find themselves on the back of a maul in here, because I get the feeling with the way the game's going at the minute, it only needs City to ramp up their intensity a couple of degrees like we know they can do, and United could be in big trouble, because United just look a shadow of the team that we would expect, whereas City look like they're just going through the motions at the minute with no serious intensity to kill off United. You just get the feeling that City could just step it up a couple of levels at any moment. They're just happy to keep possession and keep United boxed into their own half, but City not really showing that ruthlessness that we know that they can show when they really want to. Like I say, just get the feeling that City only need to ramp it up a couple of degrees and United could be in all sorts of trouble. Joey saying, yeah, don't think it's going to be United's day. No, I agree, Joey. It's not looking good for them at the minute, mate. They're still in this. Obviously, it's only 2-1, but like I said, I think you just watching it, just get the impression that all it takes is City to just ramp up the intensity a bit, like we know they can do, and they could just literally put 3 or 4 past United. United just playing too cautiously at the minute. As City now coming forward down the middle with De Bruyne now into the box. Shot comes in. De Gea getting a good foot to that, knocking it away. But City pick up the pieces on the edge of the box as they knock the ball out to that far side. And now Stones with a cross into the box looking for Grealish. And the referee has blown for a foul in the box, although I didn't see an awful lot wrong there. So I'm not sure what the referee's blown for. So about to see a substitution, guys. United with a substitution. So it's Eriksen coming off and Garnacho coming on for United. So De Gea now, free kick for United. See, no urgency from United at the moment, guys. Just real lack of urgency. Long ball up the field from De Gea. Challenged for by Wan-Bissaka and Jack Grealish on this near side as it's headed forward by City. Eventually, as goes out on this near side for a throw into United. United take it quickly now, playing it back to their defensive line as they now try to work the ball forward from the back, but under pressure from Jack Grealish on that far side as United forced to pass it back to De Gea. And long ball up the field. And City now with the ball as they win the possession inside the United half of the field. City now keeping the pressure on as they work the ball out to this near side and now coming forward down the middle. As a shot from distance by John Stones, and it's more hit and hope that than anything as it's wild and well over the bar. So, yeah, definitely, Joey. I think you're right, mate. Not looking good for United at the minute. They need to get their intensity going. They need to get some possession of the ball and show more confidence playing as a team. Eventually, United have won the ball back now as the ball was being headed all over the place by both teams in the middle of the park. Now, United eventually gain possession deep inside their own half of the field as Luke Shaw with a possession on that far side. United just look bereft of ideas at the minute, guys. Really no hunger from United to get forward, which is really pitiful in a Manchester derby. You would expect hunger. That's all you. The minimal expectation in a game like this is fans want to see the team at least attempting to get forward and attack. And there's very little of that coming from United at the moment. as City now win the possession back on the halfway line. As they now play the ball out to this near side to Grealish. And Grealish forward to De Bruyne as De Bruyne comes out to this near side, looking to take on Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka wins that as he tries to come out from the back for United. I've got to be honest, Wan-Bissaka, the one player that I'm seeing the most, doing the most fighting for United so far in this one. He's certainly scrapping and fighting for his team. Some of his teammates need to do the same. As United with a free kick now, long ball down the field, and it's a poor one as it goes straight to the Manchester City goalkeeper. Oh, the referee's making him retake the free kick. Now, United to retake it, but this time take it short as they work the ball out to that far side. And immediately, as soon as they come into the City half of the field, City win it back as they now knock the ball about just on the edge of their box as they play it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper plays it through the middle. And now City with space to run into as they come forward into the United half of the field, down the centre of the pitch, challenged by Rashford as Rashford wins it back now and gets United moving forward as United come forward now. But strong challenge again by City as City win it back. Now Gundogan on the ball as he comes forward down the centre of the pitch for City, looking for teammates in support as he plays it out to this near side to Grealish. Grealish back to John Stones. City just not turning the screw when they got the opportunity in this one. Ball out to that far side now for City. Now City just coming forward from the halfway line with John Stones in possession. So he knocks it forward to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to chip it forward for Gundogan, but it takes a deflection off a United player, and United win back possession as they now build from the back with Wan-Bissaka on this near side as he plays it into the centre of the park. And now Rashford coming back to help as United now pass it out to Wan-Bissaka on this near side as he comes racing forward into the City half of the field. I don't know why he didn't just take that to the byline and cross it in. United now managing to keep possession as they come charging forward down the centre of the pitch. And now Fernandes in possession as United with a shot from the edge of the box with Rashford. And it's high and over the bar. And that will relieve the pressure for City. Good opportunity that for Rashford. And it wasn't that far over the bar. But it just kept rising and went over the bar. Yeah, we haven't seen that much of Rashford, to be fair, with shots on goal. That's the first shot I think he's had in this game that I've noticed anyway. City now playing out from the back as they work the ball out to that far side. Now Walker coming forward for City as they now play it into the centre of the park and work the ball into the United half of the field. It's played forward now by City coming down the middle and now knocked out to this near side, but then cut back in to the centre of the park and back to the halfway line as City now work the ball out to that far side and trying to get in behind that United defence. But Jack Grealish unable to get to that on that far side, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to United. United giving possession away cheaply again as they work the ball up the field from that throw-in, and City regain possession on that far side as they now build again from the back, but challenged by United, as United showing a little bit more urgency there to try and win the ball back from the front, but City looking comfortable to deal with it as Gundogan comes out to this near side to help out his teammates, and City play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now knocks it long up towards the halfway line as now Haaland trying to get in behind this United defence as it's worked out to this near side now with Jack Grealish crossing it into the box and Gundogan knocking it on, but Haaland with a cross and Gundogan has scored on the rebound, but it won't count as the flag gone up. But what a spell of play that was from City. They initially got the cross into the box. There was nobody there to get on the end of it as it came back out to Jack Grealish on this near side, and he passed it back in to the box, or crossed it back into the box a little bit further back, finding Haaland. Haaland managing to get a shot off, but initially saved by the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper's rebounded it off himself and straight into the path of Gundogan, who tapped it in but was in an offside position. So ball now up the field as United win it back inside the City half of the field on that far side as they now try to play the ball forward and do. Coming towards the edge of the City box, shot comes in from Garnacho and just goes wide of this near side post. Bang on the edge of the box with that shot there. So 72 and a half minutes gone, guys. Still Manchester City, still Manchester City 2, United 1. City now playing out from the back as they work the ball out to this near side and now chip the ball forward up towards the halfway line as United intercept it. And now United winning it back in the middle of City's half of the field. Now worked out to this near side as a cross comes into the box, headed away by City. But United pick it up again on the edge of the box as they try to get another cross in with Fernandes. And it's deflected behind by City for a corner on this near side to United. Joey's saying, if that doesn't spur United into action, nothing will. Yeah, I've got to agree with you there, Joey. You're right, mate. Absolutely spot on. As the corner comes in now, it's deep and misses everybody, but picked up on the far side with Luke Shaw as another cross comes into the box and it's headed away as City managing to knock it up the field, but United pick it up now on the halfway line as they will try now to keep some pressure on City, but don't actually pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper, which is poor by United as they had City boxed into their own half, and now De Gea with a long ball out to the far side to Rashford. Rashford manages to pick it up on the far side, keeping United pressuring City as his teammates get forward now, coming forward to help him out. And now the ball just still with United on that far side as they cut it through the mix of players and into the box. But it's eventually City who regain possession, trying to clear it as United pick it up on the edge of the box and get a shot off, but it deflects off a Man City defender and up towards the halfway line as United pick it up again and they play it all the way back to De Gea. This is the best spell of pressure from United so far as United now come forward again down that far side as they work the ball towards the edge of the City box, and now coming into the box, the tempted shot, but it's blocked off by City, and now United pick up the pieces on the edge of the box as they chip it back into the box, and it's knocked away. And now we've got claims for a foul. So it's Casemiro, I think, that's been accused of the foul, lunging into the back of one of the City players. And we're about to see a substitution for City, guys. So it looks like Kevin De Bruyne coming off. Absolutely fantastic play, Kevin De Bruyne, but it's really disappointing to see Phil Foden keep getting kept on the bench. He's the playmaker that we need for England, guys, and we need him to be getting more game time to develop his game better. He's not going to get that develop his game when he just keeps coming on as a sub to replace De Bruyne. And yes, I agree that De Bruyne needs to be playing top player, but at the cost of one of our most talented young England midfield players, it just seems a bit disappointing as we want to see. We want to see him get plenty of game time that will hopefully get him more experience for future call-ups for England. So we got to throw it on the far side of the pitch. Walker to take it for City. Inside the United half of the field, about not quite halfway, but just a bit shy of halfway inside the United half as Walker throws it forward towards the corner flag. United pick it up, but lose it as now City regain possession, knocking it forward down that far side as Haaland with the possession as they now try to play through that United press and do as it's intercepted, and now a collision of players on that far side as the referee blows for a foul. So Sancho coming off and Waghorst coming on for United. "78 minutes, guys. United running out of time to get themselves back into this. As the ball out to this near side to Wan-Bissaka, but City win it back as they now chip the ball forward up to Grealish, and Grealish racing forward there and wins his traditional free kick, as you might say. Jack Grealish just it's so embarrassing having a player like that because don't get me wrong, we want players that win fouls fairly, but Jack Grealish is such a cheat. The more I learn about him, the more I'm beginning to really dislike him. I don't know if you guys heard the disrespectful comments that he made towards I forgot his name now. Graham Souness. Graham Souness criticised him for something he did in the game, which is right. Graham Souness being a football pundit before he's just retired from punditry. And Jack Grealish didn't like his words and came out and disrespectful with a completely boneheaded comment about social media. City now with a cross into the box as it's knocked away, claims for a handball. City picking up again on this near side, crossing it into the ball. And now City with a cross from the far side, playing it in and trying to knock it in there at the back post as the City player there, unable to get on the end of it. And it goes behind for a goal kick, but claims also for a handball on the initial shot into the box. But that was a beautiful opportunity there for City. But let me know, guys. You guys heard about that with the comments towards Graham Souness from Jack Grealish. Don't know if you guys have heard that. Let me know. Another foul won by City on the far side of the pitch. So free kick on the far side. Joey's saying didn't hear, mate. Yeah, Jack Grealish. Apparently before Graham Souness retired from punditry, he made some comment criticising Jack Grealish about his play, which is what his job is because he's a pundit. He made a criticism about Jack Grealish in a particular game. Jack Grealish heard his comments after the game and responded on social media with a ridiculous comment about Graham Souness. I can't remember the exact words, what was said, because I'd have to read it over again. But he made some dig at Graham Souness, talking about social media and how Graham Souness wouldn't know how to use social media and he's not in tune with the game anymore and all this kind of rubbish, which is just a ridiculous statement to make. And loads of people had a pop at him for it because obviously people were saying, well, what's social media got to do with it? I had a pop at him because I made a comment saying, well, a player like Graham Souness doesn't need social media because back in his day, they played like real men and they were too busy focused on training and preparation for the next game and having a few beers, building a good team togetherness rather than talking rubbish on social media. But yeah, Jack Grealish was heavily criticised for that by a lot of fans on social media. But why he felt the need to use social media as a comparison was ridiculous. City now coming forward down the centre of the pitch with Haaland, as he was unable to keep that ball under control as he came towards the edge of the United box and it deflected away. But yeah, Joey, I'd have to look up the comment exactly. I can't remember. It was so much stupid. Jack Grealish just made a right pillock of himself, basically, mate, with the comment that he made because it wasn't even relevant to the criticism that he was receiving. So he made himself look ridiculous. But it was just completely uncalled for because it just shows that Jack Grealish is not man enough to take that criticism. You know, footballers are always going to get criticised by ex-footballers that are doing punditry. Man up and take it. You know, that's what I say. But Grealish, not man enough to take it and decided to respond on social media with some stupid comment. Like I said, I can't quote it, Joe. I can't remember the exact words, but I do know that it was a ridiculous comment that just didn't fit in with the criticism, and it was just childish. It was immature. It was the kind of thing that you would expect a 14-year-old kid to put, right, basically, instead of him just saying, "Yeah, fair enough. I got criticised off a more senior, older, former player. I don't agree with him, but he's entitled to his opinion." That's all he had to say. But instead, he blows it up into a big thing, getting social media involved and made himself look like a right plonker. Ball out on that far side for throwing to United. As we're fast approaching 85 minutes. And it's still 2-1 to City. Joey saying, so he should have what a bonehead statement to say. Yeah, absolutely, Joey. Yeah, so he should have. What a bonehead statement to make. Absolutely. United, sorry, mate. United coming in on that far side before it's challenged by City. But yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Like I say, I'd have to read the quote again to read exactly what he said, but I know it. And one thing I do know is he made himself look absolutely ridiculous because a lot of people, I did read some of the comments after he replied with it, and a lot of people were having a pop at him, at Jack Grealish, for just being so ridiculous with what he came out with. It was something like trying to have a pop at Graham Souness about not knowing how to use Twitter or Instagram or something like that. But it was stupid because it was like, well, how is that a relevant argument to the football criticism? I can't, like I say, I can't remember exactly. But basically, it all boiled down to Jack Grealish just not being man enough to take the criticism from a former player. That's what it boiled down to. Chucking his toys out the pram because he didn't like what had been said. Well, man up. That's what I say. It's just that's football. Whether it's the men's game or the ladies' game, it doesn't matter. You're always going to get former players criticising. That's what part of the game is. It's going to happen as the ladies' game now develops. You will see. You're already starting to see former players coming into it, criticising the modern players or the modern female players, and it's always happened in the men's game. So I don't know why a player like Jack Grealish can't just take it on the chin and accept that former players are going to criticise him when they have a bad game. I'm not being funny, but players like Steven Gerrard used to be able to take it. Players today like De Bruyne can take it. Even De Gea, a goalkeeper, he can take it. But unfortunately, we have some of these namby-pamby players today that just can't take it. And now Fernandes with the possession on this near side for United, as United trying to turn the screw, cross into the box, and it's a poor one where it goes out of play on that far side, and that will relieve the pressure for City. 87 minutes gone, and still 2-1 to City. Thanks for that, Joey. So City now with a long ball forward from the goalkeeper out to that far side as United initially head it back into the City half of the field. City head it back to the goalkeeper under pressure from United. United trying to show their intent to press the ball, but they've left it late to be now pressing for the ball. They had plenty of time in the game where they've played too slowly, and now, as we normally see in the dying moments of the game, they're desperately now trying to get forward to find an equaliser as they chip the ball forward, but City pick it up on the halfway line, and now Jack Grealish in possession as he plays it back to City's defensive line, but now City play it forward to Gundogan to Jack Grealish on this near side. Jack Grealish to Gundogan into the box, cut back, and United just about intercept it to knock it out on this near side as Foden there racing into the box, almost getting on the end of that to tap it in. Jack Grealish coming off as it's Aka coming on for City. So Nathan Ake comes in for Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish getting a round of applause from the City fans. Now, United just knocking it about at the back at the moment, heading it about as they now chip the ball forward out to this near side as Wan-Bissaka manages just about to get to that as it's challenge on this near side. Two players coming together. Not sure how the referee's going to see that. Free kick to United as City player Rodri into the yellow. Referee's book with a yellow. So United now with a free kick just inside their own half, out to this near side, but almost on the halfway line. So crossed forward right up to the City box as City head it away. United now intercept it on the edge of the box as they work it out to that far side. Now come into the box as it's crossed in, but knocked away by City as United pick it up again on the far side. 4 minutes added on time. Cross comes in, headed away as City knock it up the field, and United now with the possession at the back. Strong challenge from City, and goes out on the far side for a throw-in. Oh, no. No, sorry. The referee's awarded a foul for the challenge on the halfway line. So, free kick to United. United now play it long down that far side. Now Shaw chips it into the box as United on the edge of the box, and City just about keeping it out. Claims for fouls as it's gone out, and that will be a corner on the far side. 1 minute into the added on time, but all sorts of claims going on in the box there, guys. So Fernandez on this near side to take the corner for United. Referee's just stopping the corner being taken at the minute while he's speaking to players in the box. Now the corner comes in. It's deep. Knocked away by City. But United pick it up on the far side with Luke Shaw as he manages to keep the possession under pressure from City. As United now work the ball down that far side. Cross comes into the box. It's deep. And it's gone past everyone as it bobbles out on this near side, and that will be a throw-in to City. So only a minute and a half remaining of the added on time, guys. So Kyle Walker down in the box at the moment, guys. We've just got our stoppage at the moment. So sorry, guys, we're just waiting for this game to get back underway as Walker receiving treatment off the medical staff. And looks like we're also about to see, I think Walker's coming off, actually. So it looks quite serious. So Walker coming off, Laporte coming on to replace him. So we played the 4 minutes added on time, guys, but there's going to be added on time to added on time here. As City now playing the ball forward as they knock the ball up towards the edge of the United box. Haaland picks it up as he works the ball out to this near side and right into the corner flag as he wins a corner for City, just to run the clock down a bit more. Some Blanca out there setting off fireworks as City now with the ball, short corner as it's knocked out on this near side, further up the field, and that will be a throw into City. Apologies about the background noise there, guys. Somebody outside setting off fireworks. Could be a City fan. As the throw-in taken and now just being headed about as United kick it long up towards the City goal, but it's cut out by City, who head it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And there goes the full-time whistle as Manchester City win 2-1 against United in the FA Cup final. And I think that's the way it was always going to go, to be fair, guys. Much work for United to do in the summer. They really need new ownership, I think, United, to give that club a new lease of life. Stuck in stalemate in it, guys. That's the reality with United at the moment. Stuck in stalemate under the Glazers' leadership. And with City building a stronger and stronger team across the other side of Manchester. Also, can't rule out Liverpool, who have shown improvement in the last couple of seasons as well. There's definitely much work for United to do. They'll say they win a trophy this season, which rightly so they have. But let's be honest, guys, winning the League Cup only papers over the cracks. It doesn't suggest that United are anywhere near on the way back to the big time. Yes, they've qualified for the Champions League, but as we've seen under the Glazers, they've been in the Champions League plenty of times and failed to do anything. So if you ask me, I think much work to be done for United, and the biggest thing for United fans to start doing is coming together to stay consistent, to let the ownership know that they're not happy. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the summer transfer window. United, I expect, will be extremely active, as they normally are. But there will be a new player in the transfer window challenging for those big players at the top of the football player pyramid, if you like, and that is Newcastle United. They're going to be flexing their financial muscles this summer, and I think that will make life harder for Manchester United to land the top players that they will be targeting. But not just United, other clubs like Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal also going to struggle now with Newcastle wanting to pick up some of those top talented players. But well-deserved to Manchester City. Congratulations to them. They've won the Premier League now and the FA Cup. Can they win the triple as they go away next week to play Milan in the Champions League final? And that will be certainly an interesting game to watch. Joey saying, well done, City. Nice one, Joey. Absolutely spot on, mate. You are spot on. Well said. I know it's not easy to say that, mate, but we have to give them congratulations. They've won it. Commiserations to United fans. But yeah, it's City who come away with the FA Cup trophy for 2023. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to quickly read out the stats and then I'm going to jump off because we've got another game coming up, which is the Scottish FA Cup. Or Scottish Cup, whichever you want to have it called as. So hopefully you guys will join me on that one. But I'm just going to give you guys stats for this one before we call it a day. So City, the winners. I can tell you guys the stats are as follows. Shots on target. Sorry, guys. Shots for City. Let me just bring it up on the screen so you guys can see it. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to share with you guys the stats on screen so you can see what I'm reading. So there you go. You should be able to see it now, guys. Yeah, there you go. So shots, guys. 11 for Manchester City, 13 for United. Shots on target, 5 for Manchester City, 3 for United. Possession, 60% for Manchester City, 40% for Man United. Passes, 517 for Man City, 342 for United. Pass accuracy is 87% for City, 78% for United. Fouls, 12 for City, 11 for United. Yellow cards, 2 apiece. And offsides, 3 for United, 1 for City. And corners, 3 each. Now that game, that does suggest that United were not far behind City. City definitely a team in the ascendancy with the possession, as you can see. But United only improved that possession stats late in the game as they started to try and turn the screw in the last 20 minutes. But I've got to be honest, guys, for the majority of the game, City were pretty much in control and had a reasonably dominant performance. So, yeah. The stats don't really tell the full tale of the game. Joey's saying, cheers, guys. Just going to sort a few things out and I will join you on next one. Nice one, Joey. Thank you very much, mate. Always appreciate your support. And, yeah, a pleasure to have you involved as well, mate. Yeah, no worries. You go and sort out what you need to do. And, yeah, would massive appreciate you dropping in on the other stream later if you've got chance, mate. Thank you very much, top man, Joey. You are a star, mate. Thank you. Stephen Allen saying, thanks, Joey. Nice one, Stevie. Yep, top stuff, mate. So, guys, we're all done with Manchester City winning it. Commiserations to United fans. Congratulations to City. But, yeah, going to jump off now and go and get ready for the next stream. Stevie's saying, thanks, everyone, for joining. Please hit that like button before leaving. Well done, City. Next live stream coming up shortly. Pop over and join us in the live chat. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Thank you very much, mate. Yes, guys, we'll be jumping over now for the Scottish League, Scottish Cup final. So please do feel free to come and join us over there on that one. But for now, that's it from me, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. But for now, that's it. Take care. Bye.